It just felt like a bunch of like a sneeze in my nose. What's up, everyone? It's me here in the morning, just chilling. I gotta hold this unicorn. How's everyone's morning going? Hopefully good. Yesterday, I did like the Armored Core stream, and then I was like, oh, wait, I'm bad at Armored Core. So I think I'm probably gonna just try to absolutely master the controls before my next Armored Core stream, so I might play like a little bit more on my own time. But probably only like the test run type stuff. That way I can get like a little less jittery with the controls. But yeah. I say that and then the next stream I'll be like, "Hi guys, so like didn't practice playing at all. Watch me die like a million times in Armored Core." What's up? Good morning, Elion. Good morning. You're always like the first one here, or like one of two of the first people here. Oh wow, you look very fashionable in that dress. Thank you. I like this is very sweet. Juan like got this for me because I was telling him once, I was like, I don't have any mint green dresses, and that kind of makes me sad. I'm like a like dresses hoarder a little bit. Like Amelia in ReZero, I resonate with her for a lot of reasons as a character, but primarily how like she's wearing like a different dress like every 5 minutes in ReZero, and I'm like, that's like me. Like if you take me to a Goodwill, it'll be like, okay, what I need is like t-shirts and jeans because all of my pants have like holes in the knees at this point. What ends up happening when I go to Goodwill is like there's like 50 dresses for $5 and then I end up going to Goodwill and getting dresses and not actually what I need to get. The last time I went to Goodwill with my mom once, and we found this cool like shirt with a bunch of like squirrels on it that are like skiing and snowshoeing, and I was like, I want that shirt for Christmas. So that's one of the best purchases I've made at Goodwill, or rather my mom made because it was her treat that time, but it was great. That's because I'm another number one. Other dragons weren't so number one. I'm always the leader. It just occurred to me that I don't know why. It just occurred to me that your stream name was literally like the Deadly Natters from How to Train Your Dragon. That also reminded me of something really funny just now. I was talking to Juan. Juan is my boyfriend, for those of you who don't know. And yesterday we were talking about like Gerard Butler, probably because we watched like, or recently he had never seen like the movie Phantom of the Opera, and like Gerard Butler's in that one. Um, and like Juan was like trying to see what other movies he was in because he didn't think he'd like seen any with him in it. And he just realized yesterday that Gerard Butler was in How to Train Your Dragon. And I'm like, that feels nearly impossible to me because that is like one of there's not like a whole lot of actors, I feel like, at least in Hollywood, who are like, you have a lot of actors who are maybe like Irish or something, but as far as like Scottish goes, there's like a very limited like frame of like the popular Scottish actors. And not only that, but he has like such a distinct like voice, I feel like he's like super Scottish, has a very distinct voice. And Juan like just figured out yesterday that like Gerard Butler was Stoic the Vast in How to Train Your Dragon. I'm like, you went your that movie's been out for like 20 years. Like you went your whole life without knowing this. Like I probably flame Juan a little too much for that, but That's okay. Welcome to the stream. But yeah, it it was, I don't know. It was just like crazy to me because I was like, how is this like actually possible? Like, I love my boyfriend. He's not the best at knowing where we've like seen other actors. Like, we'll literally watch one movie and then we'll watch another movie with the same actor not like 2 weeks later. And he'll be like, that dude looks familiar to me. And I'm like, that's because he was literally in a movie we saw like just last week. But I flame him too much for that. That also happened when we were watching Star Wars The Clone Wars the other day. We were on like the arc with like the like water planet with like the squid people and then the like the well, I think they're both like technically. Well, no, I think the other one's like based off of like octopuses. And then there's like the shark dude that's trying to like get them to side with Count Dooku and everything. And there's like the prince dude in that arc. And like I was watching it, I was like, Juan, do you know who that is? Do you know who that is? And he was like, no, I don't. This dude doesn't sound familiar at all. I was like, at all? And literally, I was like, Juan, that's literally the dude who voices Yuji Itadori in Jujutsu Kaisen. But yeah, it's crazy. What do you think about India? I've never been to India. My sister has. She seemed to like. Actually, my dad has too. They seem to really like it, and they have a bunch of great and crazy stories from there. Did you draw that? Draw the Persona 5 in the ReZero poster? No. I do draw, but I'm afraid I'm not that skilled. I wish I did. It's a cool poster, though. Like, yeah. I feel like. Let's see. What country do you live in? The U.S. Hi, Queen. Hello. Let's see. Hey, Elion. Hello. Welcome to the stream. How are you? Oh, man. I'm just gonna hold my, like, unicorn. But yeah, like, I've been rewatching Clone Wars with Juan. And I think that's been super fun. But yeah. I'll be honest, you're giving me bad vibes. I need to feel welcome. I mean, welcome to the stream. Like, I don't know why. I'm sorry. This is my unicorn that one of my roommates gave me. But yeah. Oh man. What is going on in the comments section? Everyone be nice to each other. I say that, and I'm sure there's like, I'm sure back in the day, I just like absolutely would like go to comment sections. And I'd be like, actually, I think this show is better than this show. Are you from India? No, I'm Hispanic. But yeah. What did I just stumble into? No, for real. It's always unpredictable in these streams. Hi. Hi, welcome to the stream. Are you from Tennessee? 'Cause you're mid. No. I'm just mid in general. Win Mexico, right? For real. I have no clue what this comment means, but I have heard before that, like, I think my boyfriend actually said, he's like, you have, like, the same eyebrows as, like, Lady Gaga. Because I'm, like, repping the thick eyebrows, girls. But, yeah. Let's see. Mid is a compliment for me. I did state this in like a previous stream, but like, and I know you guys like don't mean ill or anything. Usually, I'm like not gonna talk about super like political stuff in general just because I'm like, I don't know much about some of that, and also some of that I'm like, that seems like that's a more like personal detail for me. And like, I also like for just like everyone to feel like welcome within my streams. Where's your boyfriend? He lives in California because we're both, well, not because we're both voice actors, but he's a voice actor in California. But yeah. Sup. Hello. Welcome. ReZero. Yes. I love ReZero. You're really pretty. Oh, thank you. Can you sing? I don't know that song, but I can sing. Ideally, I could sing. I'm also like a music teacher. Could you imagine if I was like a music teacher and like I don't know, I couldn't sing. I think, well, if I didn't teach voice, that'd be like okay, but I do teach voice. I've been working on a lot of songs from like K-pop Demon Hunters cuz like a lot of my students have wanted to learn songs from that this week and I'm like, "Oh gosh. There's so much like belting and that's not my strong suit because I'm a soprano." And yeah, what time is it? Time to get a watch. Your voice is soothing, calm, very nice. Oh, thank you. Magic says, hello, hello, welcome to the stream. Quick question. Who should pay for the first date? Men or women? Is it weird that I don't like think about? It's probably because I'm just like poor. But like, I think, I mean, me and my boyfriend will kind of just like be like, I'm gonna buy you a snack. No, I'm gonna buy you a snack. And like, I guess it depends, like, because sometimes when I visit Juan, he probably like pays for more of the stuff when I visit him. And then when he visits me, I want to like treat him to all the cool like little food places I know of in my area. I say that and then literally I'll take him to like Outback Steakhouse or something. And it's like that's not even specific to like my state. But I'll take him to like cute cafes and places and then I'll buy him snacks. You like anime? Yes, I know. Your voice reminds me of a warm summer day on the toilet. What a comment. You sing? Yes, I sing. Oh gosh. I for some reason I felt like this question might like come up and I was like if someone asked me to sing, what can I sing that's actually like public domain? Like I guess I could try like there was this one song I learned when I went to college that I feel like it's public domain because it's so like classical. I guess I'll just have to risk if it's like ends up not being be a little like sad, but yeah. All right, let's see. This is more like opera, so this is like a more like classical singing tone. All right. And I hope I get the right pitch for this song. Saturn Marie, Saturn spiriso per regen til pastor. O dolor de tue materi, o dileton del tuo amor, mose pensi che solleto io ti debari amar. Pastorello sei soggetto facilmente ad ingannar. Pastorello sei soggetto facilmente ad It's been a while since I've sang that song. I probably sang some words wrong, and my Italian isn't good. But yep, that's the song. What's your favorite flavor of paint? Uh, Definitely acrylic. Oh man. A girl who likes anime. I've never heard such a thing. There's plenty of girls who like anime. Oh gosh. Granted, I might for this is more of a roast of me because I do have mildly trash taste. I might be a little bit like in the like on my own in terms of being like, but Sword Art Online is so good. Like I know I mostly like it because Yuki Kajiura is like my one of my favorite composers. But yeah. Almost finished. Keep going. Oh man. I'm sorry I didn't continue to sing. Let's see. You look like you're from the 50s. That did occur to me as I was like, "Oh, this is like a nice summer look." And I was like, "I look with this haircut too." Like I don't know what I was going for. I still like the like color scheme, but yeah, I was like I look like I'm from another era. Hi. Hi, welcome to the stream. Let's see. What's your favorite NFL team? Would it be a shocker to say I don't watch a lot of football? I mean, I remember when I was like younger because I was like my grandparents live near like the coast of like Texas area, so like in the South Padre Island area and everything. And that's where my mom's from. And I remember there would be like the Super Bowl stuff when I was younger, and because I live in like Colorado, everyone was like the Broncos and everything. And there's like the Dallas Cowboys and whatnot. And so because I was from like Texas, that's like sometimes the merch that like my parents would like get. And then like I'd go to like an elementary school like Super Bowl party or whatever, everyone would be like, that's like the worst team ever. And I didn't even know that much about like football, but I just get like roasted by everyone. Why do you look like Edna from The Incredibles? I've heard that as well. Uh, but yeah. When you speak, it's like your voice is in the dub version of like real time. I mean, I am a voice actress, so I it's probably a lot of my enunciation. But yeah. Oh my gosh, some of these comments are just like so like they're just flying. Hello. Oh, hello. Welcome to the stream. Try levitating, just like floating on stream. Backflip stream, guys. Can I do a backflip? And I just like take it like the next stream is like hospital stream. Can't go to the hospital for breaking my back. What have you voiced? Well, a lot of audio dramas, for sure. Um, and also, well, let's see. Yeah, a lot of audio dramas. Um, and then some like animated stuff. Mostly animatic type stuff, but some animated stuff. Yeah, I'm trying to use my brain. I really like being in this one project right now called Plague of Crowns, where I get to play like Princess Merope, who's just like sick. Um, and I got to be in like a Green Arrow audio drama, which was cool. And then I got to be in like the Odin's Hall audio drama by like my same director, who's like super cool. And like I got to be Sif. And I remember auditioning for that one because that was the only character I auditioned for with like he like suggested like accents and like the audition. And I was like, I'm going to do a Scottish accent for this character. I'm like, that was really bad. I don't know what I was doing. But then I got like hired for that character, so I was like, okay, I got to work on this accent cuz it's not good. But yeah. What'd you have for breakfast? This is actually like incredibly awkward because you're probably expecting me to say some normal breakfast food that like smart people would eat, and I had like fries for breakfast because I don't know. I had a bag of like frozen fries in my fridge and I was like, this would be a good breakfast. Um so yeah. Hello everyone, welcome to the stream. Um I just had a haircut. Now I have a reason to love. Haircuts are always like, honestly, as a because I used to be like a student cosmetologist and cut people's hair. Trimming your hair every now and then is actually like pretty healthy for your hair. What's with the fit? Well, I I decided to wear this today, so I looked not bad. I truly like dresses. I have so many dresses in my closet, and every now and then I'm like, I need to actually wear these. I can't just like keep a bunch of dresses in my closet like a little dress goblin and then like never wear them and just like keep them there. Like, oh, by the way, hi, Ryuko. Let's see. You better get a cartoon character. That would be awesome. I think that like people are always like, what would you want to be in? And I think like anime is pretty easy because it's like a lot of anime is like ongoing for a while. I think for cartoons, it's like yeah, there's always like newer cartoons. I just want to be in something like really cool. But yeah. Love the fit. Thank you. You're very beautiful. Thank you. So many compliments. I love how half of the compliments people are like, "You look so nice." And then the other, the frick is this fashion choice? But yeah. Where is your country? I guess it depends where the country you're from is. Because I'd be like, I'm not good at like north, south, east, and west and remembering. Well, no, actually, the only way I remember that is because of the elementary school thing they teach you where they're like, remember, never eat soggy waffles is like the phrase for the compass. I don't know if they do that anymore. But yeah, that's the only reason I remember that. You look like the daughter of the rent guy from the Tobey Maguire Spider-Man. You know what? I'll take that as a compliment. She was a real one. She was like super nice. I'm the most beautiful girl in the whole entire world. Wow, thank you. Princess Elion, thank you. Juan's very sweet. He'll like be like, "You look like a princess," like every time I wear a dress. And he'll say that too, even if I look like absolute like garbage one day. Like I'll just like wake up wearing my like Destiny t-shirt and I'll like call him, I'll be like, "What's up, Juan?" And he'll be like, "Oh my gosh, you're so beautiful." Oh, where are you from? The US. But also, well, I was born in like again, like Texas, but I live in Colorado. Oh my gosh. These comments are always going crazy. I'm just like trying to keep up. I mean, you're wearing a Destiny t-shirt. Come on. Well, no, for real. Like, honestly, that's one of my favorite shirts I got back when I was in high school. And like I've tried to like make that shirt last as long as possible cuz I love it. That's a cool green thingamabob behind you. That's a sound panel. Um, which one also got me my sound panels, which is very sweet. It's for my voice acting, so things sound like less echoey in my room. But this room in the house I currently rent in with my roommates, it is like bigger, and so it's hard to like condense all of the echoes. It looks like a princess. It feels like she's about to sing. Oh gosh, I feel like if I sing it, I get like copyrighted. But like the song from Mulan, I actually have like every now and then one when I practice like singing, especially with like singing classically is like pretty good for your voice. So yeah, singing things from like older Disney movies or like older musicals. Sometimes I'll do that and then I'll sing that song. But yeah. Have you watched K-pop Demon Hunters? Yes, I have. And I love that movie. It was like so good and the music was so good and the animation was really good. But yeah. I love your eyebrows. Thank you. These are all natural. I remember again when I was like in like cosmetology school for a time. I'd be at like the salon and spa academy I went to. And then people would be like, "I love your eyebrows. Like, how did you like pencil them in like that?" And I'm like, "These are real." And I've never had any complaints necessarily about my eyebrows. Zoe is best girl. Zoe's the best. How tall are you? Like short. That's how tall I am. Can the unicorn do a cool backflip? Watch this. Who said K-pop Demon Hunters sucks in the comments? No. Let's see. Oh, thank you. I mean, again, I understand why people like want the thicker eyebrows because it's like you don't. That's not something I have to worry about that much. But it's like it is interesting too to see like the eras though of fashion and how the makeup and like eyebrow makeup especially kind of like differs a bit. Like I think it was like the 90s or something where everyone was into like the thin like penciled eyebrows. And I was like that probably would have been the worst era for me because like you know, I don't have the like thin eyebrows and I don't think I'm willing to like shave my eyebrows because then I don't know. You should do the 80s hair. Like the like floofy like perm hair. I actually think my mom back in the day had like kind of like the hair that was like trending back then. But like that'd be fun. I think like maybe I'll try that someday. I don't know if I'm confident enough for that. Oh no, I wish like there was really like a translate thing on YouTube for like comments. Because every now and then I'll get greetings. Greetings! Every now and then I'll get like comments in here that are like, I can't read because I don't speak a certain language. And I wish I could respond. But welcome to the stream. Let's see, how old are you? I'm in my 20s. But yeah, gorgeous sleigh, amazing. Thank you. She's ancient. That's what it's like when you're like teaching students sometimes. Like they'll be like, if I'm teaching like the students who are like more like in a teenage range, then they're like, "Oh wow, like you're not that much older than me." And then they start to question if they have to like listen to you. That's not always the case. A lot of my students are great. But then whenever I have the students who are like really little, like they're like, "Wow, that's practically dead at this point." Like being in your 20s. Which I think is like really funny because that's definitely how we all think when we're like kids. Like, when I was in like kindergarten, I was like, oh yeah, like fifth grade, why not give them their driver's license already? and like, and then you actually like get into fifth grade and you're like, oh wow, like, if like fifth grade is not as old as you like once think. She's 3,000 years old, and my wife. Oh gosh. Not the not the isekai logic. Oh gosh. Yes, I'm a music teacher. Um yeah. What does pastel mean? So, the way I spell it in my channel is actually spelled a little weird for what happened was Google Plus was a thing back in the day. And back then I was like, I'm going to put all of my artwork on Google Plus. um, and then Google Plus wasn't a thing anymore. And my art name on there in my Google Plus name, and my name for YouTube as well, was like Elion Pastel because I was like, what if I make my name backwards and then have pastel like the like art tool like oil pastels, but if I like spelled it weird. And that just kind of stuck. So that's the origin story of my YouTube name. Hello from Jamaica. Hello, welcome to the stream. Oh gosh. Let's see. Back when Google Plus was a thing. Well, I know I feel like old just saying that. Like I'm like, "Oh man, that was so long ago." But yeah. My wife is a college lecturer and I help her with it. I hope you don't crash out on your students. No, I honestly, even I'm gonna be honest, like, music, don't get me wrong, music is hard. And sometimes you, like, you know, you do get, like, people who, like, come into the lessons and they just, like, they don't want to be there, or maybe, like, you know. But especially with like little kids, you kind of have to accept a bit. It's like, okay, they're like probably not going to practice that much because who amongst us like did when we were little? But I think, yeah, I've never really had like a crash out moment. I think like there's a lot of like in the music world, in like, it seems like there's a lot of like people who will be like that kind of, and I'm like, I don't know if I understand that. Especially when, like, I don't know, I think of like Whiplash, like the movie, and I'm like, that teacher is crazy. Like, I would never. Oh gosh. Noelle from from Deltarune. I wish I knew what that was. A lot of people have been like, Noelle, like from like Genshin or from like Black Clover. Let's see. Google Plus, she's old. Nah, you're not old. You're still young. Still lots of things to do in life. Like playing 80 hours of Armored Core. That's where I'm at. You're pretty. Thank you. Whiplash mentioned. Oh gosh. Uh, that's like, I actually don't think Juan's seen that movie yet. I should have him like watch that movie and be like, okay, so like If you ever teach, this is what you don't do. Uh, she doesn't know Deltarune. Get her! Oh man. People here are just too young, you're not too old. I don't know, but I mean, I think like I say that and then I literally just don't know what Deltarune is. I think it's like honestly, like if there's someone like around my age who doesn't know what a certain thing is, I'm like that's a little embarrassing, just a bit. But obviously there's like always a generational thing where it's like you're gonna like know about like these things that were specific to your era that aren't specific to other people's era. Though occasionally I'm like surprised because like Minecraft for example, that's something that seems like it's been like super long running. Like I still like I have students who like play like Minecraft. And I'm like, "Oh wow, that's like crazy." Because when I was like a kid, that was still like a popular game. Like it's still like going on strong. You're Noelle? Noelle from Elion Pastel? The sequel to Undertale. You're normal with a busy life. Facts. Uh, do you have any favorite cryptids? Oh gosh. I feel like the most basic one is like the Loch Ness monster. Even though I know that's literally the least likely one because it's like I mean, I don't actually know how big like that lake is in like Scotland. Probably not big enough to have like a dinosaur in it. But that's like my favorite one despite that that's probably the least like likely one. Um hello, beautiful dress. Thank you. Let's see. Which is better for you, Superman or the Fantastic Four? Okay, so I haven't seen either of the newer movies yet. I recently watched I watched like the older Fantastic Four movies with one. I actually think they're like pretty solid. Maybe some of the writing could be better, but like and the casting was like pretty good too, though I feel like the casting seems like pretty good in the newer one, but I still want to see that one. I haven't seen the new Superman, but it looks good. Oh gosh. I I have like this is what I'm talking about where I like slowly figure out I probably have trash taste. Oh boy. I think that they're obviously the best adaptation of Superman is going to be one that's the most faithful. I do kind of like Man of Steel. Okay, I say kind of. I actually really like Man of Steel. And I like it because I felt like, yes, it's like a grittier depiction of Superman, but it's not gritty to the level of like some things nowadays where it's like if someone had the powers of Superman, they'd just be like evil. And I'm like, I don't really think that's true. And I think there are some writing flaws in like Man of Steel, but like visually, I think it's great. The like Hans Zimmer soundtrack, like I think Hans Zimmer is like amazing. Obviously, I don't think it's like it's probably not the most faithful adaptation of Superman, but I don't know. I still like kind of like it, but that's probably again, it comes down to like that was the movie that came out when I was like younger and in middle school. And I remember like despite that Batman versus Superman was kind of like a disappointing movie. I do have this like really fun memory where like before me and all of my family went to see that movie, my parents went to the store and they had all gotten us like either Batman or Superman shirts depending on which of us out of my siblings like which of those superheroes we liked more. And my dad like kind of found these really unique ones that kind of like fit almost like the like I guess the renditions we liked of those superheroes were like I think it was like me and who else? it was like me, my mom, my dad, and then maybe my little brother, where we had like the Superman shirts, and mine was like very comic booky looking. And then like my older sister and my brother, I think my older brother, they got like Batman shirts. And my dad got this really cool one for my older sister where it was like Batman, but kind of like Van Gogh's like Starry Night and everything. I thought that was cool. But yeah. Can the can the unicorn play the saxophone? Like the seal vine? That'd be great. Let's see. One of my friends said Genshin's story is better than most of the animes they've watched. I'm sure time like getting into Genshin. Um okay, yeah, exactly. Like I think like I think evil the whole like evil Superman concept kind of spiked with the boys. I'm like, but I just like regular Superman. But yeah. Um you have an older sis? Yes, I do. And she kind of like looks like me, but just with like dark brown like curly hair. Um we do sound similar too, except I probably have a little bit more of like a throaty voice. But yeah. Hi from Ireland. This is crazy. Hello. Welcome to the stream. Oh man. But yeah. That's my spiel on that's my spiel on like yeah, superhero movies I like. Let's see. Hi. Hi. Welcome to the stream. But yeah, I think all in all, when it comes to like superhero movies, like, well, I have like quite a few that are like. I also thought like Wolverine was pretty cool when I was younger. And I think like. I do think obviously like some of the movies are like more quality versus like less quality. And like. I think my favorite Wolverine movie was like The Wolverine. I just thought it was like a really cool concept. It probably could have been better like story-wise, but I don't know. Like I kind of like how in that story it's like he doesn't have his healing in that one and he has to like but I don't know. I thought it was really interesting. Not Logan? It's been wait a minute. No, I've seen Logan. It's been a long time since I've seen Logan. Um, I did think that one was good. It's also sad, though. I mean, that's not really a deterrent. Um, I think like Logan is like very edgy. I like it. I Wolverine movies where Wolverine gets like a little bit of a happier like route slash ending. Cause like I don't know, like his life's just like so sad every movie. But yeah. Affable says, I do not agree with the notion that total good characters are boring. No, exactly. Like, that's what I'm saying. Because, like, I feel like that was a thing for a long time. And, like, I'm glad to see this, like, increase in, like, characters where it's like they're, like, good people and they're, like, kind to people and everything and they're, like, cool. Like, that's one of the reasons I like Lord of the Rings a lot because it's, like, in Lord of the Rings, like, everyone's, like, compassionate but all the compassionate people also like are just awesome. Like Aragorn, I had like a pretty like big crush on Aragorn when I was like a kid, and I watched Lord of the Rings. Um, but yeah, everyone's like so nice or like kind in that series. And I think that speaks volumes about like how we should interact with people in real life, that like I think kindness really does, there is something to be said about just like being kind to people and how more of that is like needed in life. And I, especially as like a music teacher, I'm like, yeah, I want to be like a kind person. And I'm always worried I'm like I fall short of that, but that's still my goal. But yeah. Ah, detect. I promise I'll get the voice lines in today for the project. But yeah. Oh man. Okay, yes, I promise I'll record. I have so much stuff I need to work on and catch up on. Oh gosh. Gojo versus Sukuna, who has more aura? Oh, that's a hard question, especially after Jujutsu Kaisen season 2. I feel like Gojo still. Like, yeah. I don't know. He's just like awesome. That also is kind of interesting with like, because speaking of like maybe like good characters in a way, I at least perceive like Gojo as that way in Jujutsu Kaisen. I think it's really cool to see this kind of character arc for him, where when he's in like the arc of when he was like in high school and everything, how he's kind of like a lot of people think in high school, but obviously in a more literal sense in Jujutsu Kaisen, he thinks he's like the best and the greatest in the center of the world, and that he doesn't have to like do anything for anyone because he's like the coolest. And seeing that arc where he has this like shift, where he becomes a little more selfless as like an adult, I'm like, that's a pretty like interesting character arc. And I think pretty applicable to most people's lives, going from like high school to like adulthood. And like, but yeah. It's fine. I promise I haven't even recorded my own yet. Gojo Solo's aura for real. Yeah. I'm trying to, I like to be consistent with getting my lines in as soon as possible. Oh gosh. Eren in Attack on Titan. Okay, the anime character in my opinion who has like the most aura. Well, that's the thing. I'm gonna be biased because I'm probably only gonna list like the hero characters, the good characters. Aaron's a little. He kind of became like the antagonist essentially by like the end of the story. But I think in my head, like a hero character in anime that has like a lot of aura. Saber from Fate is up there for me. Um, who else? I know everyone's gonna make fun of me for this. Genu from Solo Leveling. I mean, obviously, because that's kind of the that's kind of like the thing of Solo Leveling. Jotaro. I haven't gotten to that arc in JoJo's Bizarre Adventure yet. I'm so sorry. Oh yeah, All Might, for sure. There's a lot of characters in My Hero Academia who honestly have like a lot of like aura. Like there's like, I mean, yeah, Deku does for sure. I think Lady Nagant is kind of a character like that. And especially when I found out she was like gonna be voiced by like Erica Lindbeck, I was like, oh man, here we go. Like this is like probably the best like casting choice they could like put. Like there's so within My Hero Academia. But yeah. Hi, welcome to the stream. Would you rather have unlimited bacon but no games, or games unlimited games but no games? I think I just died trying to read that. Any new anime? Um, Mostly I'm making everyone watch the animes that I like recently. Any new anime? I don't think I've like watched a newer anime yet, or I'm just watching anime that I'm like continuing. Um, yeah. Let's see. Kaiju number 8. I do like Kaiju number 8. Yeah. I have to keep watching it, but I did like that one. The like, oh, what's her name? The girl that like the main character is like, I wanna also fight kaijus with her. The like girl with the ponytail. She kind of has like a lot of aura for sure. Like, but yeah. Oh gosh, what are these like comments? Oh man. That sounds like an isekai title. Evangelion. I watched for some reason. Well, actually, yeah, my older brother wanted me to watch like the movies with him when he was watching like the Evangelion movies. So I still have to watch the show, but I've seen the movies. Um Oh my gosh. The meme. Okay, Asuka. And it just starts like playing the song Invincible. That's not like that's in a obviously like an American cartoon. Invincible's pretty good. I have to keep watching it. It's pretty good though. Hello, welcome to the stream. But yeah, do Asuka voice. I don't know if I can do an Asuka voice. I mean, I did kind of do one once for like a meme a while back. Like, I'm not quite sure if I can. Oh gosh, I'm gonna embarrass myself. It feels like very like in the roof of the mouth how Asuka talks. But yeah, I like your eyebrows. Thank you. That meme is really funny because he just like agreed to do it. Uh, oh man. Still watching One Piece. In about 3 years, you'll be caught up. Uh, Maybe someday. Maybe someday I'll watch One Piece. I don't know if I don't know if I can do it. It's so long. Even watching like Dragon Ball Z with Juan. Dragon Ball Z is like it's pretty cool seeing like, oh, this is where like all this like shoujo shonen trope stuff like kind of originated from. Um but sometimes there's this is I explained this I think in one stream. When there's like fighting arcs in shows, I think like Demon Slayer might be one of the few shows that has impressed me where it's like a whole season could be a fighting arc and it doesn't feel probably because of the good like ufotable animation sometimes, but then you get like character backstories in between. Um that's like impressed me where it hasn't just like been boring to me because I'm like, okay, I need character stuff to be like happening so that the fighting arcs Just like earned or essential. But yeah. You could do anime video reactions as your video content. That'd be cool, but I'm pretty sure I'd get like copyrighted, so I don't think I could. But that'd be cool. Maybe I'll be loved if I looked like a guy in shoujo anime. I mean, I guess it depends which like shoujo anime you're looking at. Like, but yeah. Let's see. Oh yes, my favorite shoujo, Dragon Ball. I know, I misspoke. I'm so sorry. All right. That's the end of the stream, guys. Death Note as a shoujo anime. Um, I am going to head out, but I hope you all have a wonderful day and a wonderful week. And yeah. All right. Bye. Oh yeah, feel free to watch videos on this channel. Bye.